Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
And a very happy Wednesday to you, everyone. Chris Brown here with your daily video update from ClarkCountyToday.com. Clark County added 20 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 today, but removed 9 previous cases after a review of their database found duplicate entries. Public Health also announced they were removing 1 death from their count. The victim, a man in his 70s, announced on Monday was actually a close contact of another case who had died of other causes. Clark County Public Health said they are adjusting their data tracking processes in the hopes of avoiding similar mistakes in the future. As for hospitalizations, there were currently 20 confirmed cases hospitalized in Clark County and 13 people awaiting test results. Today, Clark County Public Health Officer Dr. Alan Melnick also noted that his department is adjusting the way it does case investigations after struggling to get a handle on the backlog of cases. As of last week, the county was contacting just 7% of new cases within 24 hours. That's well below the 90% rate set by the state. Now, Melnick noted that the department has been working to hire and train new investigators, even as it has seen a rapid increase in new cases. On Tuesday, the county council approved $1.4 million additional dollars to add a new team, including 14 new case investigators and another epidemiologist. Melnick said the department will also switch from contacting the oldest cases first to the newest ones and eliminate some questions that are usually asked in order to streamline the interview process. Well, more than 70 media members were on a Zoom call with the WIAA on Tuesday night as the state's governing body for high school sports announced major changes due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The biggest news, football is moving from this fall to next spring. Our Paul Valencia listened in and filed this report.
Good evening. Hey, it will be different, but the plan for now is to have high school sports for the academic year of 2020-2021. All sports. The WIAA announced its tentative schedule Tuesday night. That's the plan for now, according to WIAA Executive Director Mick Hoffman.
I can't even begin to put a number to the number of contingency plans staff has developed in partnership with our board and membership. Most recently, what we decided as we were getting ready for the 2021 school year is first and foremost, we absolutely want to provide opportunity for our students. We understand how incredibly important education-based athletic and activities are.
Of course, athletes, coaches, and fans must remain flexible even with this schedule. The government is in charge of the pandemic, not a sports association.
Again, please understand it's an incredibly fluid situation. Where we're at now could change tomorrow.
Oh, and all sports will have their seasons shortened. Playoffs? Playoffs? Yes, playoffs will be different too.
It also leads us to a question that's probably coming regarding what will postseason look like, which at this point we don't know. But part of the initial conversation has been that maybe we have more regionalized or sectionalized championships to allow more teams to play. And if this is a year where we give out 5 state volleyball or 6 state volleyball 4A championships, then so be it.
I reached out to Adam Matheson of Mountain View and Rory Rosenbaugh of Union. They have interesting perspectives. They are both head coaches and athletic directors at their school. They will be doing a whole lot of planning. Both said they appreciate what the WIAA is trying to accomplish. For now, all sports have a chance to be played. That is the goal.
All right, thanks so much for that, Paul. We'll check back in with you soon for an interesting local business story. Well, Clark County Council is pressing pause on its review of 3 ethics complaints brought against Chair Eileen Quiring and Councilors John Blum and Temple Lentz for at least 6 months. That decision, made earlier today, comes in order to allow a full review of the process for reviewing such complaints. Currently, 2 council members and a citizen form an ad hoc committee to review ethics complaints, but the council agreed that the system is largely unable to handle the current situation. Quiring's complaint involved comments regarding systemic racism in the county, while Portland-Vancouver Junction Railroad President Eric Temple has filed complaints against both Blum and Lentz in connection with allegations Blum tried to use his office to force the businessman to steer money away from Blum's Republican opponent in the upcoming primary election. The question of how to better handle such complaints may fall to the county's Home Rule Charter Review Commission, which will be an elected body made up of people running this November. Now back over to Paul Valencia with the story of a Clark County chef who turned a health crisis into a new business, sharpening knives.
Good evening. You know we like to do business profiles. Well, here was an interesting one. We found this guy on Facebook. Garrett Lorden loves knives, loves sharpening knives, and he will tell you that a sharp knife is a safe knife.
My name is Garrett Lorden. I'm a retired chef. Got into knife sharpening. I think it's a needed business in Clark County, and this is kind of how I do it. I put it in my sharpening system, strap it in, I can set the angle, and then I have diamond stones that I use, and it sharpens the edge. It takes 10-15 minutes a knife. A sharp knife is a safe knife. I'll explain why. If the knife is dull and you're cutting something and you slip and cut yourself, that dull blade, you're pressing harder with it because it's dull, it'll rip through your skin and tear. But if the knife is sharp and you hit your skin, it'll cut you and you're not pressing as hard, so you can stop right away and it won't be as bad of a cut and it'll heal much quicker being a clean cut. So a sharp knife is a safe knife.
All right, thank you so much for that, Paul. Hey, have you ever seen a 951-foot U.S. Navy vehicle cargo ship in person? Well, you have just that opportunity. The Port of Vancouver, USA, welcomed the USNS Britain late last week for what is expected to be a stay of approximately 90 days while the ship undergoes annual maintenance and inspections after a 6-month deployment in the Persian Gulf. The Navy chose the Port of Vancouver because fresh water is not as corrosive as ocean salt water, and inland conditions are calmer for the maintenance and inspection work. The USNS Britain is used for specialized missions, pre-positioning combat cargo at sea, and moving military cargo and supplies. Ship built in 2002 is named for Medal of Honor recipient Sergeant First Class Nelson V. Britton, who was killed in action during the Korean War. The ship will offer an impressive sight to river users and those able to view it from the Oregon side of the Columbia River. And there is your midweek check of the stories we're following for you at ClarkCountyToday.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay in the know about what's happening here in Clark County and be part of the conversation. You can also reach us with story ideas and feedback via email. news@ClarkCountyToday.com is the address. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.